Hey everyone, it's Ian, doing my catch-up video for today so I can finally have the same number of videos as the number of days in April so far, because I've missed 2 Fridays. For this video, I would like to do something that I've been meaning to do for quite a while actually. I'm going to take, hopefully will be my last tour of the neighborhood where I grew up before I move out of here for good, because as you know, I've been at my mom's for the past 2 months, and I'm really hoping that that it'll be the last time that I have to stay with her, because I'm 2 years out of college and it's about time I moved on from stuff. It's like I'm a rubber band that I am stretching out, going to these different places, but something always comes along to just like snap me back and put me back here. So at least to Colorado it seems. So maybe Denver's where God wants me after all. But anyway, I've been kind of wanting to do some reflection on the place I grew up, both for me and for the viewers at home. So I'm going to start with the house I grew up in, here on Wesley Avenue in Aurora. Moved here when I was about 1.5 years. This was in July 1990. Then this fence here still has a gate, so we could walk to, just go through the fence here to my elementary school, Eastridge. We've got the tennis court here. Didn't play in it much. Oh God, it's really rough. Look at those cracks. Jeez. This playground used to be much bigger and much different when I was here. The floor surface of it was gravel, and it was mostly wood and metal play equipment all through here. So when you'd run on it, it'd be like. But when I was in 5th grade, I think, they redid it, and gosh, it looks like they redid it again. There were some pretty cool swings, like right about here. There are these nice big tall swings. We get really high, and sometimes we jump off of them, which they always, the school always suggested against. But yeah, this was quite a bit of my childhood. Over here is Mount Olive Church. I never went to this church because we weren't Lutheran, but this parking lot up here was great for bike riding, skating and stuff. And during the May 1997 blizzard, or not May, it was October 97, some of the snowbanks were big enough that we actually had some pretty good sledding. Pretty good little sledding hill. Then a little bit downhill here at Mount Olive was even better sledding territory, because you had this hill right here, and during and after blizzards when it snowed a lot, this ridge here would actually be turned into a ramp, and the snow was piled high enough down here that you could go down this hill, go off the ramp and land and not get hurt. So that was pretty cool. I remember going as a kid, just like going up, and this part felt like a ski area because you had trees. You just go, woo, wee, slide through on my sled, then run back up and go again. Oh my gosh, I'm 24 and I'm doing this. I want to go snowboarding now. Anyway, soccer field has a lot of great memories. I think one of my first memories was when in kindergarten, the first time we had to run a mile, we had to do 4 laps on this path over here, and continued through this series of cones further up the hill. And I got so tired out by maybe halfway through that I just stopped at about those trees up there. So After a while, I walked over back. There's a bench here and a couple of tetherball poles that were hardly ever actually used for tetherball. But this part of the hill, the field, is where we had a rocketry day in 4th grade, where we got into groups and built these model rockets. We had our own mission teams, and we would shoot these model rockets off into the sky. This big thing. We had a bunch of other classes watching us, and it was cool. And after that, I was kind of really into model rocketry for a little while. I had a little Estes rocket, and every once in a while I'd go to Michael's and buy some new engines, and we'd come out here to here or some other park and launch them off. This hill wasn't as good for sledding as the others, plus one over there that I'll show you. But when you're a little kid, it's a good, nice, tall place. I would sit on benches like this. It's probably the same one, actually. And just like daydream, reflect. I would look up on the sunset when there was a sunset and it was that time of day. Look on the mountains and all the cars down there and just wonder what my future would be like. And no, I've come full circle. I'm 24 and I'm here making a video about all this. And I wonder sometimes, if anybody else from my 5th grade class ever comes back here. I hardly stay in touch with any of them anymore, except for like my brother and this girl Kat that I knew. And a couple of years ago, I found this girl Barbara Ramirez. Hi, Barbara, if you're watching, by the way. Yeah, I didn't really. I lost touch with a lot of people, and it's because a lot of kids in my class, and actually my school rather, ended up going to an entirely different middle school than the one I went to, which was Prairie, because Eastridge was such a good elementary school compared to one that was closer to them, where those kids would have gone. Anyway, this was the outdoor classroom that was never actually used much as a classroom, but it's a good place to play on occasion. And even when I was here, it had seen better days. There were a couple displays of some native plants to the area, like some yucca, some other things. I actually had a dream once that when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, I had this dream that I was riding like a wooden roller coaster all through here. It was so cool. It was one of those dreams that you wish were real and you didn't want to wake up from. But then it's like, oh man, looks like they've got some gardening and stuff here. Cool. We never really did anything like that when I was here. I had no idea if this was true, but apparently this wood used to be part of some railroad tracks. So it's like something that somebody told me, like very first time I went out this outdoor classroom here. Anyway, I don't have too many memories of here. Didn't spend that much time, and I remember years later it was one of my first big geocaching trips with my friend Timber and some other folks. We found a geocache in here, and I want to say it was maybe in this area. I've already found it, and I don't have the coordinates on my GPS now that I have one, so might as well just leave that alone. Maybe it's in one of these little trees. I don't know. But anyway, up here, before we check out the playground, was another really good soccer field. Also another really good sledding hill, too. This fence used to go all the way across, and there was this little opening right here we'd go through. And since also we go right here, by driving on snow days and weekends, we would sled all the way down here into the street and walk all the way back up and sled again. Sometimes we had built little ramps and things, and I remember in the fields on snowy days we would just build these giant snowballs, or just like the bottom third of a snowman. We never actually build snowmen. We just roll these giant balls of snow, these giant snowballs, all around the soccer fields here. Man, there aren't even any goalposts in this one anymore. That's a drag. Anyway, sometime after I finished here, they added a preschool to Eastridge. So, where the kindergarten used to be. So they had to move all the kids' classrooms out here. Maybe more students too, because that's a lot of classroom space. Anyway, this used to be all playground stuff here. That E is new, really new. I've never seen that before. I remember when the old kind of metal playgrounds, they got replaced with this set of stuff, which used to be over there and moved over here. I remember when it first came out, it was so cool. There was this dinosaur. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this dinosaur. I remember, oh gosh, there's this one memory I have where we would climb. My friends and I all pretend to be Pokemon on here. And oh my gosh, we'd make our own little obstacle course, like we were on Guts or Legends of the Hidden Temple or some other Nickelodeon show like that. And I remember this little rock climbing thing was just about the coolest part of the playground for me. No, it was the dinosaur. What am I talking about? Of course it's the dinosaur. Those dinosaurs go roar. And I just went down a slide. Oh my gosh, these swings. Oh man. Another good place for reflection and introspection. I remember that part over there had some good, nice wooden equipment too. If anybody else grew up in the mid-90s, you probably might know what I'm talking about. Especially if you're from Cherry Creek schools like this is. Anyway, yeah, the mobiles used to be over there. Now they're over here. And I stuck them on the baseball field. It's a drag. I used to love coming here to play baseball because in our backyard we would play baseball. We didn't have bases. We would use trees as bases, but they weren't really evenly spaced. They were very evenly spaced, so it was quite a one from first to second, and from second to third. Second to third was the worst actually, but we would draw out little bases here in the baseball field. And, oh wow! There was this little 40-yard dash track that ran along here. It's mostly faded. This is all that's left of it. There's 4 square courts here that they moved there and painted. The basketball hoops used to be over here, now they're over there. This was one of the wall ball walls where we played wall ball, and that was a game where, kind of like handball, you'd throw a ball, you have a ball, you throw it against a wall, and everyone else would try to catch it, and they would be the one to get to throw it, and you had to hit the wall on your first try, or else you'd have to, if it bounced on the way there, you'd have to run the ball before the ball hit it, whether the ball went there by itself or somebody else picked it up and threw it. And if you made it, you were safe. And if you didn't, you were out. It was 3 strikes and you're out. And when I was a kid, this was like the game to play, because sometimes, you know, if you're a kid with a tennis ball and a racquetball, you try to start your game and you're like the cool kid. You're like, I got my ball, I'm gonna play with my ball today. And it was great. And we often had kids from many different ages and all the grades playing. It was just the coolest thing. Every once in a while, we'd either leave jackets or we'd find, you know, so many other kids. They're all over the state, maybe all over the country too, maybe in the world, doing stuff. And I went to college, spent my first freshman year of college in that house. And I moved to my mom's that way, on the other side of I live. Spent the rest of my college years there. Went to Utah and back. And Tom's was down that way on Dartmouth. And went to Utah and back again. Florida and back, and I am back here. Really anxious to just move on and get ready, get started with my life. You know, I often feel like I really haven't grown up yet, even though I'm 6 years out of high school. I'm 24, and I'm still, you know, staying at my mom's and not doing stuff. I've only been driving a car of my own for about 1.5 years now. Didn't get my license till I was 20, so it kind of hurts. But hopefully, you know, this will be the end. So I thought I'd give this place one last look. Anyway, this is it's been my school and the house I grew up in. Now I'm going to show you kind of the surrounding areas that way and how that